Hi, I'm Cindy Cloward with Riley Blake Designs, and today I'm going to show you an old product that's new to Riley Blake. It is the Quilters Clapper and the Tailor's Clapper, and these have been used for over a century to get good pressing seams in your project. And we have partnered with a manufacturer in the United States to bring them to Riley Blake. And they're made in the USA, they're locally sourced, and they're perfect, ergonomically designed, meaning they feel great in your hand. And we have a large size, which is the Tailor's Clapper, and then the small size, which is the Quilter's Clapper. And you'll just have to feel which one works best for your quilting and sewing needs. I like them both. But let me talk about them, why they're so wonderful and why you're going to want them in your quilting studio or sewing room. I started out sewing. I learned to sew apparel when I was young, and so I didn't learn to quilt till I was older. So as the name says, apparel clapper, Tailor's Clapper, is meant for clothing, but it works really well on large quilt blocks. But let me show you why it works so well in clothing. So this is knit, and knits can be a little tricky to press because sometimes they curl. This is our jersey knit, a Riley Blake, and so you need to press them really well. Now a lot of times you can use starch to press, and then a nice hot iron will do the trick. But let me show you how this Tailor's Clapper works, because you actually don't even need starch. You just need a hot iron with steam. So pretend we're going to hem the bottom of this knit, and we're finishing our project. So you can take your iron, and you don't even have to actually put the iron on your clothing item. You just are going to steam it just like that. Go across your item, and then you're going to put your Tailor's Clapper down to press the seam. And what this does is, this is special wood. It's in particular because it's a certain grain. The grain doesn't rise with the heat and the moisture. So it absorbs the moisture and it presses your project really well. So it absorbs the heat, so you can take that back. Now take a look at that press. That's professionally done. And you can open it up. And that's done without any starch, just water and your Tailor's Clapper. So that is knit. I also have our linen fabric that you can see how we'll work on linen. Again, we'll pretend we're hemming. We're going to just get really close to our garment and steam it. Then we put our Tailor's Clapper on. It's going to absorb the heat and the moisture as it's pressing down on your fabric. You just leave it there for a minute. And that's what's nice about this long one, is you can do long seams, and it just takes up more surface area if you've got a big project. So take a look at that. Beautifully pressed without any starch. So you can see, I'm going to bring over a couple quilt blocks. Now a lot of time when you are sewing, the first thing you're going to do when you're quilting is you're going to set your stitches. So I just did my final stitch along this quilt block. You set your stitches like that, and you can just press it like that. Or, I mean, you can just steam it and put your Tailor's Clapper on there. And that sets your stitches, and then you open it up. Again, a nice press like that. And that is really going to flatten out your seams and give you excellent results. Take a look and see how crisp and pressed down that is. And you can use it on any size blocks. These are larger blocks, but again, the Quilter's Clapper is great for small blocks. It's also a travel size and very portable, but I probably use the longer one the most. So if you're a serious quilter, or you would just like to have better results in your quilting, you're going to want to try our Tailor's Clapper or our Quilter's Clapper.